Hello, it's Ed. Welcome back to the studio. Thanks for joining me again. What we're going to be doing this week? Well, we are going to be cheating because I've been thinking about the difference between taking photographs mindfully and just shooting blindly. And the extreme of that is, why not just go out and shoot a video? Just hang your camera around your neck and shoot a video and then go and find the frames that are the great photos afterwards. Now that might seem a bit silly, but when I started shooting digitally, my camera had a 1 megapixel sensor. It was just like a little compact camera with a 1 megapixel sensor. And even when I got my first proper camera to shoot photography with, it was a 5 megapixel sensor. And now you can take a 7, 8 megapixel frame grab from this camera that I'm videoing myself on now, and it will be of better quality than those pictures. So why aren't I just taking a frame grab? It's one of those things where when I watch sport and I see the photographers in the sidelines, they've got to get something different from just the video footage. It's a different kind of thing. But I would be interested to see what I could get just by hanging the camera around my neck, going out, leaving it running for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then going through the editing process and picking out the shots that I think are the shots. Maybe, for street photography, it would be the way to go because it's all about getting that decisive moment. And if I pick a shutter speed of 100th of a second or something, I'm going to have 30 frames every second. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to experiment, and we'll see what we come back with. Right, I'm going to get that rig together again so you can see what I'm doing. So here we are in Stockport, and I'm going to try and basically just video for 10 minutes because the recording time of this camera is about 10 minutes, and I will just walk as I normally do and see what we get. So as you can see, I've got it set to f22, so you've got the maximum depth of field, and we're on 200th of a second, so we will keep everything sharp. We will also put on the image stabilizer, and we will start recording. So we have 9 minutes 59, and we'll just shoot from the hip. Okay, so that was interesting, I think. What do you think? Was it photography? It was certainly using light to create an image, but it felt more like being a CCTV camera or somebody walking around with one of those body cams on and then just snatching stuff in the edit in the hope that there was something worthwhile. Obviously, I picked where I was going to walk, but it didn't feel mindful. It didn't feel like I was doing what I do. Maybe it's because of the kind of photography that I do, and it would be more suited to somebody who was doing more in-your-face street photography, which isn't really what I do. I tend to be taking a step back, keeping anonymity, trying to show something that's universal rather than a perfect moment. So maybe it's just not for me. But I'd be interested to hear what you think. Technically, I think I got away with it, even with this old camera with a cropped sensor and having to crop again for 4K video and using a not particularly wide lens. I managed to catch enough in the net of that lens to have usable stuff, particularly after I went up to 1/500th of a second. I don't think I'll do it again, but maybe you can change my mind. Let me know again in the comments what you think. But I better leave it there because I've got a lot of things to be thinking about for next week, when I hope you'll join me again. Until then, like, subscribe, tell your friends. It really does help to keep the channel moving. It's great to see those numbers slowly rising, and it's even better when I get a comment that I can reply to. It gives me ideas for other things that I can do. But we will have something else next week which hopefully will spark your interest. Until then, just have a great week. See you next time. Bye for now.